All right, and we should be live. Say okay if you can hear me talk, please, or say hi or whatever. Just so that I am sure that everything is set up right now. Let's do. Just so that I am sure that. Okay, so it looks like we're good to go, guys. Um, let's get some last things going. All right. Hi, what's up, Hurricane Lucas? So, we're just gonna. You can hear me. Thanks. All right, absolutely fantastic. So we're just kind of go over all of this. Let me just get everything. All right. By the way, thank you. We just hit 60 subscribers as I speak right now. Thanks to Hurricane and Weatherman Production just subbing. So thank you so much. What's up? Not much. I'm just kind of tracking Tropical Depression 11. All right. So let's get this going. I'm still looking at chat on my phone. So Tropical Depression 11. So this is still a tropical depression, 35 mile per hour winds, believe it or not. Still, so that's that. Tell me, you guys, tell me your predictions for this storm. Like, how strong do you guys think it will peak? I think it could potentially peak at like 50 or 60 mile per hours, but nothing higher than that. So those are my predictions right there. But you guys tell me what you think will happen. All right. So I don't think I checked the latest count. Yes, I did. Okay, so all right. So it's still expected to weaken to tropical depression. Looks like, so that's pretty interesting right there. But other than that, nothing much. We're definitely gonna have to keep a watch out for potential Carolina impacts. Tropical storm, 70 mile per hour pressure, 999 millibars. Yeah, it's really possible, to be honest, that this peak at around 70 mile per hours. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it actually peaks in this general area after potentially re-strengthening after becoming tropical depression, in my opinion. I don't think it's gonna peak here. I think it's only gonna peak to like 50 mile per hour there. But I do see it becoming a strong tropical storm when it does start to take that turn a little bit northeastern, that kind of northeastern turn there. So that's when I do expect it to potentially become that strong. But we're definitely gonna have to watch for if the current condition is there. Maybe a hurricane. It's definitely not out of question, to be honest. Hurricane's not out of the question. But I think it's too early to tell right now whether it's gonna be able to become a hurricane. Hi, what's up, Brandon? Brendan Pyatt. Sorry if I say this wrong. Welcome to the stream. We're just kind of looking at Tropical Depression 11 here, which is really losing its convection right now, looks like. So, that's not too good. Yeah, convection's falling apart. So might not be a tropical storm in the next update. Because convection right now, yeah, it's falling apart. It's been doing this. Convection's been ramping up, and it just falls apart. So it's just what it's been doing. But it's a pretty small systems, to be honest. Pretty small thing. But by the way, I'm gonna be trying to do this at least once a week, just so that we can kind of talk together about the current systems and stuff like that. And you guys kind of tell me what you guys think and stuff like that. I think it's gonna be interesting. So and you guys kind of that is what it is. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. But convection's kind of slowing down. I do want to look. Tell me if you guys want to let me to show anything in particular, or if you have any websites you want me to go on or whatever. Just so that we can see the latest, and all this stuff. Just you guys tell me. But here's the kind of some spaghetti models for this system, and pretty much every single model. I have to go watch a replay after. Hope I can catch up to the stream next week. Yeah, absolutely. I'll probably be streaming next week. Thanks for coming back, Hurricane Lucas. See ya. But thanks for coming by. All right. So what were we saying? Yeah. Let's look at this. So let's look at the track, watercolor, or whatever. So like I said, we gotta look at the spaghetti models there, because now we're pretty certain on what's gonna happen here. It really looks like most of the models do curve it like I said, to the east. I think that's the east, kind of northeastern. So that does look like that's gonna happen with this system. It looks to be a whole lot uh, more likely than not likely. National Hurricane Center actually has it a little bit more to the east than the rest of this, or a little bit more, yeah, a little bit more to the west actually. Do after it does that turn, it will regain strength. I honestly think it will regain strength after this turn right here. This is what I was thinking. National Hurricane Center does say it's going to be tropical depression by then, which, I'm not ruling out the possibility for it to weaken to tropical depression. But honestly, I think it could re-strengthen quite significantly in this area to a strong tropical storm, if not a Category 1 hurricane. Definitely not ruling out the question. And then again, where does it go? It's pretty much this entire square right here has favorable conditions. So it could very, very, very likely regain strength as it goes through this area. And again, I would not rule out the question. I would not rule out the possibility for this. Is there shear in this area? Really? Haven't checked the shear map lately. No, there isn't too much shear in this area. No, well, at least right now, the shear right now, if it stays exactly like it is right now, is extremely favorable because, we got 15 to 10 knots of shear at most. And I don't think we have any dry air as well. We don't have any dry air as well in this entire box that I just bought. So really, if it is going to be going through there, it could have a very easy time further developing in this little area of very good conditions, because it's going to have a very hard time maintaining its strength in there. And honestly, I do wonder if it's not going to weaken down to a remnant or open wave, because just of how much it's struggling in very good environment here. Well, favorable and more favorable environment. When it gets in this 30 knot to 40 knot shear, I just don't know if it's going to be able to maintain itself in this extremely strong shear when it's already getting sheared in green and yellow. So I don't see how it's going to be able to maintain itself in 40 to 30 knots. But that is what I'm showing. I also want to show you guys my track if you haven't seen it already. I like to do my tracks for this system, so you guys tell me what you think about it. But yeah, this is my track currently right now for the system. So I don't know what you guys think about it, but it is my current track for it. So that's that. So yeah. Do you think it's possible this was? Yeah, like I said, very, very possible. Very. That's why I have it weakening back down to tropical depression. I would even say it's kind of more possible than not possible. I mean, with the conditions it's going to be going in, I don't see how it could possibly strengthen. Where is it? With the condition it's going to be going in right now, we have extremely bad conditions right there. So honestly, no, I don't really see. I mean, maybe tropical depression or holding on like 40 mile per hours. I just don't see otherwise how it can hold its intensity, if you know what I mean. So that's that. So what else could we look at here? What other systems do we have? We do have 2 invests in the Eastern Pacific too. So, we'll take a quick look at them. Doesn't look like it's going to impact any land though at the moment. Let's see here. Yeah, we do have those 2 invests here in the Eastern Pacific. But models are kind of all over the place with those invests. So do you think it will go into the Caribbean and impact Puerto Rico? Again, not out of question, but unlikely. The thing is, is right now it does seem to be moving pretty much due west. And if that does happen, it could very well go there. Right now, from what I'm seeing, it seems to be moving a little bit tiny bit maybe north, but it seems pretty much to be moving due west right now. So if it continues the moves like west northwest, it could go right over Puerto Rico. But models don't really show it right now. So it's fine. I mean, it's possible. Definitely keep an eye out on it near Puerto Rico. But most likely it'll go right over it right now. The Pacific is hot right now with Invest. Yeah, Pacific is blowing up with Invest right now. And something to keep in mind is when the Pacific is active, usually the Atlantic is quieter. So the more active the Pacific tends to get, the quieter the Atlantic tends to be. So that is something to keep in mind as we get into a very active part. But look at that, three high chance of this forming. So that's pretty crazy. Two of them being in Invest. So this picture just tells you one tropical storm, 3 areas that have higher than a 70% chance of forming. So I don't think I need to tell anything more from this. This just explains itself. What is it? Alita? Yeah, Alita. Look at Alita. Sure, I'll look at Alita. I think that's how you say. Alita's looking pretty bad, I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. Tropical storm Alita. Yeah, it lost all its convection. It's looking absolutely horrible. This does remind me which storm lost all his convection. I think it was there was a storm in the Eastern Pacific that almost became a hurricane. I think it was Christina, or I don't remember the name of it, but it lost all its convection like this. It's crazy. It's over cold waters right now, so it's completely losing it, completely falling apart right now. But it still has an eye shape to it, believe it or not, because it did have an eye. So that's kind of interesting. It does have an eye shape to it yet still, but doesn't look like it's going to be holding on for too much long. It is getting a little bit convection there, a little bit more. Yeah, that is true. Why not calling post-tropical? To be fair, it is gaining some convection, but I mean, I don't know. It's probably post-tropical, though. I think the waters are extremely cold where it is right now, so it should probably be post-tropical, to be honest, where the water's in. Let's go to Eastern Pacific. Oh, yeah, it's in 20 degrees water, 20 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's it's in 20 to 21, maybe even 19 degrees water. That cannot sustain a tropical cyclone. Was Elisa a hurricane? Because I'm not really paying attention. Elisa. Oh, you mean Alita? Well, here, Hurricane and Weatherman Production just answered. By the way, thank you for being my 60th subscriber, dude. You're the best. Thank you so much. Yeah, Alita did become a Category 2 hurricane, believe it or not. Right around here, in those maybe around here, in those 29, 30 degrees Celsius. It actually was able to become a Category 2 hurricane. 100 mile per hour winds sustained. Here's a look at the El Nino, or the Nino index. It is rising. It has risen slightly, but it is down to negative 0.54. So it is now technically in weak La Nina status, but we'll see if it can hold up because it was already in weak La Nina status, and it did go back up. So we'll see if it can hold down there, but it has been really dropping quite significantly in the last couple of days to weeks. So we'll see if that continues to happen. But the Eastern Pacific has been quiet, pretty quiet lately, so it's not really that surprising. You can clearly see that La Nina in effect there, stretching out all the way to the Western Pacific. What should be very brief. Yeah, is he talking about the weak La Nina that should be very brief, or it going back up a little bit? Because if he's talking about that, then yeah, it could be very brief because that's what happened with this in May or June. So, but I'm not sure. Yeah. What else have we got going on here? I got too many tabs open. So yeah, do we have any other invest or anything here? I don't think the La Nina effect is going to be very brief, to be honest. I think it's going to be staying a little bit for a while. Oh, we do have those potential impacts for Taiwan to keep out for, Taiwan and China, where we could have a tropical depression there. So that's that. So we'll see. It looks like some of the models take it. How strong is it right now, by the way? This is not helping. Is that 30 mile per hour, I think? Even less. So maybe a little bit of a rainmaker here for parts of China and Taiwan, but it looks like it'll be a weak tropical depression, if anything, with this. So yeah, it is pretty dead, though. You're right. Yeah, it's probably pretty dead, but could be a little bit of a rainmaker. Definitely have to keep an eye out for, I think. Just for potential. I'm probably gonna live stream at least next week, but maybe later in the week. I'm gonna try to live stream at maybe every 2 days or something, but for sure every week, for sure. Yeah, it's 30 mile per hour, so it is weakened. Do we have any other thing? No, just 2 invests. Let's look at some of the. Let's go back to. Let's look at the spaghetti models. So right here, as you can see, most of the models do take it pretty much keeping in that northwesterly direction and kind of curving slightly at the end there. Just for comparison, my track does take it pretty much like this. Wait, no, that's my bad. It does take it pretty much like this. Because Alright, have a good night, Brendan. See you later. I'm gonna have to go in a little while. I'll be on for a little bit more. But see you later. Thanks for coming back, by the way. We're really close to 100 subs. I hope we're gonna hit our 100 subs. Yeah, I'm really trying to grow this channel, trying to bring all the content for you. Tell your friends and family to subscribe and help me out. So that would be pretty nice. Tell me if you want me to look at any specific storms with this. Here's the intensity guidance, and again, based on my model, I do see this becoming a tropical storm, 40 miles, weakening to tropical depression, and then re-strengthening higher. This is kind of what it's not really accurate on when it will, weaken. But I do really expect this to become a tropical storm, and then weaken back to tropical depression before really, really re-strengthening pretty significantly. It's kind of what I think is going to happen there. But, then again, we'll see. So we'll see that. What else have we got going on? Any other questions or anything? Let me check the chat. The intensity for the 2 Pacific events, sure thing. I do think the models are really dispersed on it from the last time I checked. 92E, first of all. Again, like I said, very, very dispersed on it. Only has 30 miles per hour winds. But most models don't even show it becoming a tropical storm. Only 3 models. And, tropical depression it looks like. And that's it. At least based on most models. But 92E is this one. All right, and let's go to hi Adriano Garcia. Thanks for coming back to the stream. We're kind of looking at the invest here in the Eastern Pacific, and the invest near Mexico there has a higher chance of becoming a tropical storm. But since it just became an invest, as you know, they always have just like three random models, and they're usually not the most accurate model. So we'll see when more models pick up on it. But that one only has like 20 mph winds, so both of them are very weak. They're mostly just blobs of cloud. So, for now, based on how it looks, I wouldn't expect too much from it. But, we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on it for sure. But I wouldn't expect anything higher than a weak tropical storm for the both of them at the moment. Just because of how it's been looking with this. Let's see here. Let's have a look. I think that's the dryer here. Yeah. Saw you talking about sleepwalking. Yeah, we were talking about on the Weather Channel Rainbows stream. He was talking about how he likes sleepwalking, stuff like that. Yeah, I think Hurricane Weather Man Prediction was also talking about that. I don't really know what they were talking about, to be honest. But we do have lots of dry air here. A whole lot of dry air in front of the system, and it's what it's going to have to go through to get into those favorable conditions there. It's going to have to go through not only dry air, but very strong wind shear right here. We're going to be getting this dry air pulling in, plus very strong wind shear, which could very well completely kill the system. Completely kill it. So, we're going to have to watch out for that. Also, just want to point out, I do have a 10% chance for the other tropical wave off the coast of Africa. Just want to point that out. Yeah, Alita's dead pretty much. We were looking at its convection. It has actually got, believe it or not, it actually got a little bit of convection. It actually got a little bit of convection. Look at that. In the latest frames, it got a little bit more convection, believe it or not. So I kind of find it funny that I got a little bit more convection. But, I mean, you can see the convection a little bit, just a tiny bit here, ramping up. But otherwise, it's pretty much dead. It's probably going to be like a remnant low or post-tropical cyclone by the next update. What time is it? 8? Yeah, so 8 p.m. here. Let's see, how is, oh yeah, it's losing all its convection right now. It is really losing its convection. It always happens with those systems. They blow up in convection and convection completely falls apart after a couple. Yeah, remnant low, I agree, definitely. Can it produce surf in California, Alita? California? I mean, it's possible if you look at it. The tracks actually bring it pretty close to California. Even one model brings it into California. So if it's still even a storm, well, if it's even a post-tropical cyclone or anything, it could bring some surf to the San Francisco, San Jose area. Hey, weather follower, what's up? Thanks for coming by. But yeah, it could potentially produce some surf there. But if it is going to, it's still gonna have to maintain a little bit of its cloud space, which probably won't even. I think it'll be dissipated by then, but it could still produce some heavier surf and and potentially some higher waves than usual, but probably not too much with this system. Let's have a look at. So this is the track, by the way, latest track from Tropical Depression 9. Where is this again? Latest track right here. And, we gotta keep an eye out on this. Hi everybody. Because it does weaken it back to tropical depression, but it's still uncertain whether if it continues in its westerly direction, we could see a more southerly track. So we gotta keep an eye out on that. And I do see this curving out a little bit like this. I think it's gonna be curving out, go over here and like curve out over there. So we'll see how that goes. You're saying a Cat 4 in Mexico? Dang, let's check that. Oh yeah, you're saying a Cat 4 in Mexico? Really? Cat 4 in Mexico, that's pretty strong. That would be really bad for Mexico. Let's check it out, guys. Let's check it out. Cat 4 in Mexico. Holy crap. Oh, but it actually misses and goes to the ocean. Let's look at it. Cat 4 in Mexico. Dang. That would be interesting. Is it this one? 999. Oh, that 964. Gotcha. Let's see here. So we get a system developing. Oh, I think it's the one that's currently marked with like a 70% chance in the next 5 days. Yeah, 982, 964, 969. Interesting. Oh yeah, that would bring it extremely close. Too close to be yeah, that would bring it really close to there right here. And also really close to the border of Mexico. That would definitely bring some surf if you're in Mexico. Yeah. Too close to be safe there. Definitely, if that ends up forming, again, long run models don't usually tend to be very accurate. But it looks like it could do something like this. Interesting. Yeah. Pretty strong. It does come. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's that. I think that's this one. This 70% chance. Yeah, Baja, California has to sailor definitely, and I think that's a 70% chance of forming. I think it's the same system here, and yeah, it does come very close as a 969 system, very close. Depending on how big it is, it could even bring tropical some conditions to that area, if it was formed. Yeah, let's check the GFS out. I don't. It might say that, but let's see here. It actually shows the system in a very similar area, but actually brings it a whole lot closer to the Mexico coast, believe it or not. It's actually, this model is actually worse because it brings it extremely close to the border of Mexico. Or look at that, 968 possible landfall there. It actually brings it right to the coast there. So that we definitely gotta keep an eye out on that because that's very close to Mexico. Look at that, almost landfall, and then it actually. So the European model brings it a little bit closer to Baja, California, and the GFS shows it barely making landfall there. Yeah, that weather follower. Yeah, imagine. He says, imagine if all the National Hurricane Pacific Red Cross invest were in the Atlantic. That would be pretty crazy. And follow just to remember, when we have a very active Eastern Pacific, we're gonna get a quiet Atlantic. So I think it's gonna be quiet in the Atlantic for another 10 days or so, probably, before picking up. So we're gonna have to see this, but yeah, that is interesting because GFS brings it really close to Mexico, so definitely gonna have to keep an eye out on that one as well. Lots of stuff to keep an eye on there. Yeah. So what else do we have here? Let's look. Oh, interesting. Look at those spaghetti models. The CMC2 actually shows it heading towards Florida, believe it or not. Or, maybe Carolina or something. A little bit of like Isaias there. Couple models there. I would say like a couple models brings it very close to the Bahamas, Florida, and the U.S. coast there. So still keep an eye out for that there. Especially me, but still the majority of the models do curve this out to see. So definitely something we're gonna have to keep an eye out on. Do any other models? Let's see here. Couple more models here and there. So that one. Yeah, sure. I'll check the Atlantic if there's any activity. I think the GFS, in one of its model one, it was actually showing a major hurricane just in the middle of the Atlantic. Let's check the GFS out. All right. So we got Tropical Depression 11 here, or Tropical Storm Josephine soon. I put a 10% chance for this to form down there. So we're gonna have to see this. So let's look here. Well, we could potentially have something with this second tropical wave here forming. Maybe Tropical Depression 12. Unlikely but possible. Never put out the possibility. And then after that, maybe a tropical system there. But again, probably not anything major, really. Let's see here. And then other than that, again, yeah, this system here. So this system actually right here, the GFS was earlier showing this forming here. It was earlier showing this coming like this, and then doing something like this, and actually becoming a major hurricane. So it doesn't show this anymore. But this is This is really the only system that the GFS shows. This thing right here. So potentially tropical storm, or subtropical system. That's pretty much it. Maybe this tropical wave here, couple tropical wave here and there, could potentially have the potential to form. And there we go. We're now at 384. So yeah, it's gonna be staying. Like I said, it's gonna be staying quiet for a little while. Again, so I don't think we're gonna have much. Maybe another storm, maybe one more, but that's it. I think it's gonna be staying pretty quiet. Let's look at the year model. Let's see here. Euro model. What does the Euro model show anything? But yeah, it looks like it might stay pretty quiet for a while. Okay, what is this? Let's look at the Euro model. Yeah, just wait till the peak. Absolutely. When we get to the peak, it's going to be getting pretty active. Well, again, only thing that the European model says. Oh, bye, Adriano Garcia. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for coming by. Subscribe if you aren't already, by the way. Yeah, thanks. Again, European model does show the system, like the GFS. And then maybe another tropical storm going through the Caribbean. And that's it. That's pretty much it, guys. How long is 384 hours? How many days? Let's see here. So it looks like potentially nothing for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So dang, that's gonna be a very quiet period if that actually happens. So maybe guys, maybe we won't see anything for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Imagine. Oh my god, my phone's gonna turn off. Well, I'm gonna have to read the chat from my computer then. I'm gonna put the chat up from here, maybe. Sorry about that. Alright, I'll just put the chat somewhere here. Can I make it smaller? Um, yeah, it is kind of sad that there might not be any activity whatsoever. I do agree with that, weather follower. So we're gonna have to check that out. If we're gonna get more activity or not. But right now, really doesn't look like it. Hello, chat. Yes, hi. Hello. But right now, it just doesn't really look like we're really gonna be getting much for the next couple of days, if not weeks. Um, so let's still check out like why is it gone? God, why is it gone? Oh, it keeps going. This is gonna be annoying. Let's put it back. Yeah, the Eastern Pacific is absolutely gonna blow up. That I promise. I think we're gonna be seeing at least 4 storms in the Eastern Pacific, which is why it's gonna be very very quiet. In the This is why it's gonna be very quiet, in the Atlantic. But let's check out the CMC. I know it's not the most reliable, but let's still check it out. Why does it keep going away? Oh, this is gonna be annoying, isn't it? So CMC, hold on. I'm at CMC again. Doesn't show much at all. Yeah, CMC pretty much shows nothing. So yeah, it's gonna be quiet. Very, very, very quiet. So I mean it's good news in a way, but blow up TNT hurricane. Oh my god. Okay, I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I'm gonna get a charger for my phone. So just wait there a couple seconds. Okay. Alright, I'm back. I'm back, guys. Yay. We are back. I'm just trying to get the chat back on my phone because this is annoying. Okay, I can see you people again. Yay. The CMC2 model in the UK main office has just been tracking west further. Interesting. Tracking west further. I think we should be back here any moment. And we're back. Yay. Okay. Yeah, to be honest, I am always hungry. I actually closed my streaming program, so that's what happened. Sorry about that, by the way. So, yeah, the spaghetti models you were saying. Spaghetti models. But like I said, where is this? I could see this taking. Hey Adriano, I accidentally closed my streaming program, so everything went out. So yeah, I could see this taking more of a southerly or more southwestern track with this, where it could potentially go, a little bit like what's his name, a little bit Isaias. If you remember Isaias, at first they were predicting it to go over the Dominican Republic and Haiti and all this stuff, and then it actually went under it. So you can't rule out a possibility, but you can't rule out a possibility either to go way more north than it's expected to go. But it's just all gonna depend. Yeah, my PC is not that powerful, to be honest, which is why it's having trouble. And I'm really trying to stream like Weather Follower, like you've been doing, where you kind of stream on the systems for a whole day and stuff like that. I've been trying to do that, but my PC, or actually my laptop, is just not strong enough. My Chromebook, it can't hold it. So yeah, I don't know where Exile and John live, but I mean, in Puerto Rico, yeah, it could be a threat for them if it does not end up taking that turn. Like I said, we're gonna have to watch out for this. Just there's that slim chance of it taking a little bit of a more southwesterly track than we expected before curving out. There's still that slim chance. Yeah, also, again, the ridge, the high pressure, all of that is really what's going to depend, but especially that high pressure. So we're going to have to see. And like I was saying in my last video, it depends how strong the high pressure is, or the ridge, and wherever it is, So no, I'm saying my PC. My PC is not. My PC is not very good, and so PC internally combust boom. But yeah, my PC just can't hold streaming a whole day. It just doesn't. I tried it and it just gets all laggy and messes it all up. I'm gonna close tabs here because there's way too much stuff open. Could it go into the Gulf? Very, 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 very unlikely. I'm just gonna say almost. There's like a little 5% chance. I would say almost completely impossible. But again, don't rule out the possibility for it. But that means for some reason, if it goes more to the south, it could go. If it goes more like, I don't know, more like this, then it has the potential to do this or something. But then again, slim chance. I know Adrian's weather forecast. I don't know if you guys watch him or know him, but at first he was predicting this to actually do this or something like that. He was actually predicting it to do something like this, and now he predicts it to hit North Carolina. So, so many possibilities on the table. All I'm going to say is that after 2 p.m. right now, I'm saying the cone is accurate, but after 2 p.m. Saturday, pretty much after the 72-hour period, it just becomes very inaccurate. With the coverage is coming, cool. Tell him to come. Absolutely, super cool. I'm probably going to be live for another 15 minutes or so before I'm going to have to go eat. Maybe a little bit longer. Maybe we might be able to go 20 minutes more. But yeah. Cool weather forecast coming. Very cool, guys. Thanks for the support. I didn't think anyone was going to come and watch this. But what else do we have in the world? The world of the tropics. Well, let's just look at the satellite image of the Atlantic. Just kind of see what we got going on. So, Tropical depression 11. Big tropical wave here, which I've given a 10% chance of forming right here. Probably won't form, but you never know. What do you mean 6? Tropical depression 11, yeah. What else have we got? We got this kind of tropical wave thing. So, see, we got 92E here. But other than that, it's pretty quiet, to be honest. Not too much going on. Oh yeah, thanks for the follower for coming over at midnight. Is it midnight where you live? You gotta get some sleep. I can't. I fall asleep after like 10:30, so it's 8:30 where I live, and I usually fall asleep after like 11 or 10:30. The longest I've stayed awake was 3 a.m. and I was like 8-year-old. So, oh, Tropical Tidbits just confirmed that Elita is a remnant. I told you guys. I'm not surprised. Let's see. Remnants of Elita. Yes. Well, there it is. 40 miles per hour, looks like. And it's a remnant low. So, that's that. And yeah, you were asking if you could bring some high surf to what it's called, to California, and by then it'll be like 10 miles per hour, so probably not. It'll probably be dissipated by then. So, breaking news, Tropical Storm Elita becomes a remnant low. And yeah, Elita is gone. Well, you know why it weakens so fast? It's because the sea surface temperatures completely collapse so quickly over it. I think it was like a category 2 around. I think it was like a cat 2 around here maybe or something. I'm going to change the color. But I think it was like a category 2 maybe around here or something, and then it just completely collapsed when we got the temperatures go down from like 29 all the way down from like 23. So, when you got a category 2 over 29 degree waters, and then it just goes down to 23 and 22 degrees waters, it just completely collapsed. So that's what happened. Yeah, now it's in like 22 degrees. Oh, look at all the screens. Now it is in 22 degrees waters. So again, that's what I'm saying. When you got a system in 22 degrees water, can't support a tropical cyclone. So that's that. How's the tropical Atlantic? Main development region is still it's not that warm quite yet. Yeah, we need this to warm up a little bit in the main development region, a little bit north here, so that we have a little bit more tropical development north of, I don't even know what those islands are called. But, it's already above average, so it's normal for that time. But we have very, very, very warm waters otherwise. The Western Pacific is also extremely warm. So, hi, Weather Coverage, what's up? Thanks for coming to the stream. Kind of looking some random stuff. So, okay, so this is the North Atlantic waters. We have a lot of 31 degrees now. Oh, okay, Cape Verde Islands. There we go. Lost my wordings there. Okay, thanks. So yeah, the Cabo Verde Islands, or the Cape Verde Islands. But yeah, up there, 30 degrees waters, extremely warm around Florida, Louisiana, all this area, very warm waters. Basically, we have like a big square of very warm waters. And again, if Tropical Depression 11, which is like around here, is able to make it all the way into the 30 degrees waters, it could very well strengthen pretty fast. All right, well, I think it's going to wrap it up. It's about 8:40, and I'm going to have to go. unfortunately, but I will come back maybe tomorrow. So thanks for coming by, everybody, and thank you very much for coming to the stream. Bye, weather coverage, weather follower, Ariana Garcia. Bye, everyone, and thanks for coming by. See you guys in the next one. Yeah, bye. Hopefully you come back to the next live stream. So yeah, weather coverage going right in time before I go. So yeah, thanks. Good job. Tap on the back for me. So yeah.